have you encountered corruption in trying to exercise your business?
I mean, I think there's always, it's always a consideration. Now, we have not directly experienced it, at least not to my knowledge. We try and do everything, in accordance with the laws and following the rules laid out by the city and the state, of course. There's always questions. We're following this rule, but this individual is saying we're not following the rules. So it's about making some phone calls and talking to some people to resolve some issues from time to time. Going for coffee, having a discussion, absolutely. But for the most part, people that have come have been helpful, trying to help us grow and really make sure that we're doing it, at least in accordance with the laws of Albania.
I know some years ago it was different, especially for bars and things. There were certain things that had to be paid to certain official and non-official entities, to ensure the continuation of business. And I've put that as diplomatically as possible. But I have understood that things have improved as well a lot. So I'm glad to hear it hasn't been something that's hindered you as such, along the way. Emre?
Yes. I mean, the construction took 3 years. I could have finished in 1 year.
Yourself, with your
Turkey.
bare hands.
Not with my bare hands,
yourself.
but Turkish rishvet is in Albanian rishvet. Bakshish is bakshish. So we have the same words, same things. So we would like to do something proper and in a correct way. That's why it takes too long time actually for us to finish it, because we were like, okay, we really want to do it the proper way.
We're not going to pay.
They were very helpful. They were very helpful because it was a monumental building. It wasn't like a simple building.
It's a
people want to
building.
okay, you really want to do this one? Okay, good luck. Good luck. We will try to help as much as possible.
Yeah.
So not as I know, but I think everything was in order.
We're going to go back to animals in a minute because I think Raven's feeling a bit left out. But I'm wondering, there is a lot of interest. I get lots of messages from people online every day saying to me, I'm thinking about coming to Albania. I want to go and live there. Or I want to start a business. I want to start a business is a message I'm getting a lot from people. For people wanting to come here, foreign or returning from the diaspora, who are maybe looking at starting a business, could be of any kind, what advice would you give them? And what is the biggest obstacle?
I mean, first, I would encourage people to do it. I think there's great potential and opportunity in Albania for Albanians and for people wanting to come and open businesses here. Do some research in advance, for sure. I think that having Albanian partners is also very important because they understand the landscape, they understand the language,
the way of doing things.
They understand the subculture and the way of doing things. And really everything in Albania is about the relationships that you build with other people. It's very difficult to come to Albania and have no relationships with people and get things accomplished. It's just something that we've learned. I mean, from opening day one and not knowing anyone and having no relationships, it's been a process building those relationships with distributors, with the city, with guests, customers. But that would definitely be what I would recommend, is do some research, develop some relationships, and come and see where you
have an Albanian on side with you
exactly,
as well.
Exactly. Can't understate that.
Yes. Emre?
I wouldn't start anything without an Albanian partner. No. I mean, if you have an idea, if you have some dreams to do it, you think that it will serve to Albanians and it will give job opportunities to people and it will level up something, yes, please come. It's a fantastic place and people are really hungry for knowledge.
Yes.
Especially for knowledge. So, but yes, you need an Albanian partner.
Yes.
Who understands the Albanian way of doing things.
Exactly.
The language as well. What's the biggest obstacle, do you think? What would you warn people about?
Don't think everything will happen very fast.
Exactly.
It's like when I bought my house and they were like, the process takes 3 to 6 weeks. 6 months
All right.
from start to finish. You know, I gave up on it. I just forgot about it at some point, you know, and then they called me and were like, yeah, we're ready to sign. I'm like, oh,
Really?
you, my long lost friend.
it's been a
Hello.
while.
Yeah, I mean, you need to have time and you need to have plan.
Yes,
You know, so
yeah.
what are you doing? And you have to be ready for the next couple of months that you will not do anything.
And be prepared to deviate from that plan
Yeah.
as well. Like, and be patient and lose all sense of timekeeping.
Total.
Yeah.
Total. Like the half hour later meetings will never happen half hour later.
No.
No.
No, it will happen tomorrow or after tomorrow.
Yes, possible.
I want to ask you something specifically about animals. So you've been here for 13 years, you work in the veterinary sector, you do a lot of work as well. Pro bono, you help charities and organisations, you help people who've taken animals from the street. This is really important. How have you seen the attitude towards animal welfare change in Albania over the years?
It's changed completely. Like 13 years ago, they were belongs to gardens, not even garden, outside on the door, stay there and eat just buk me çumuş. But now they become family members. They are important.
Not maybe as much as in the UK,
No,
for example,
but still, it's a very big
I still
step.
have people like, you let your dog in your house? I'm like, yes. Like, I don't have a choice in the matter,
Right.
you know, but it's more common now, I think.
Yes, it is more common. Like, I mean, they are asking also for me, where do you keep? Do you live in a villa? No, I don't live in a villa. I live with a cat and this giant
How many
dog.
kilos is Raven?
She's 64 kilos.
64 kilos. That's like
She's
a,
very
a
tall.
human.
And we are living in an apartment all together, very
Yeah, yeah.
happy.
Yes.
And I think it's changing. Like, people are aware what they are doing, what they want to do, and they want to have a healthy pet and a healthy family. So it changed.
Yes.
Compared to 13 years ago, I had to beg to people like, please sterilize your dog. You know, it is really important.
I come up against this all the time. No, you can't sterilize them. You're depriving them of. I'm like, it's not you. It's not an extension of your
Right.
appendage. You know, it's.
No, in the beginning, I thought like people just like, they don't have money. Because Albania is a poor country, they say to us like that. But no, even the ones who has money, they just don't want to sterilize because they feel enough. They feel pity for the dog. Like, he needs to enjoy. It's not fun.
Or let him
for
do
them.
it just once. Or it doesn't work like that. But what about the situation with strays? Because this is not good still. There is every city, town, village, road, country road, main road in Albania, you see stray dogs.
Yes.
There's lots of stray cats. It's kitten season. Well, any time now it's starting to kick off. Just cats everywhere. I mean, maybe it's not as bad as it was a while ago because they killed a lot of them, but it's still a big problem. And it seems there's not enough capacity to take care of them, to rehome them, to look after them. And has this situation improved a bit since?
It is actually. Like in Tirana now, there's more street cats.
Yeah.
Because there's not much dogs left. So that's why we will have a future problem, street cats, like in Istanbul. We will have lots of cats also. But people are willing to take more dogs and cats from street to their home. And also, not the street dogs problem, we have neighborhood dogs. Actually, they are with collars. There's people feeding them.
Yes.
They take care of them. They see every details, like they bring it to hospital. Okay, last week this dog start limping.
There's 3 dogs on my street. When it gets cold each year, when it starts to get cold, they appear in little gilets.
Yes.
And this woman buys them little zip-up jackets, and they change every couple of days. They put a new one on, so she's taking them off and washing them. They're street dogs, but they're very well cared for. And I see quite a lot of fat street dogs now, that are being taken care of. There's one in Shenzhen. He hangs out near where we stay when we go there, and he's getting fatter each time I see him. And I tried to dog nap him once because he follows me home. He escorts me and Dea back home, and I tried to bring him in, and he was not interested in coming in. He was quite happy to have his space on the beach. This is his hood. But he's very well fed.
But since last 10 years, the municipality is doing the sterilization campaign, and that's the only way we can solve this problem, actually.
Yeah, it's sterilization, not euthanasia, which is happening and has been happening.
For sure, because there is no other explanation. Where is all
Yeah.
these dogs?
Yeah.
You know, I know the sterilization will be the only solution,
Yes.
but it won't work this fast.
No, it takes
Right.
time. I lived in Malta for 10 years, and when I first went there were packs of dogs, and they were not as friendly as the ones in Albania, and they were attacking people. And it took 10 years for the situation to, I mean, you don't see them now, really.
No.
So, yeah, it took a long time, but it's the only humane way.
Now, we are
to do
lucky
it.
that,
Right.
like, the street dogs in Albania, they are not really aggressive.
No.
They are quite friendly, actually.
Yeah.
If you approach them with a smile, with a nice, approach, they will be happy.
Yeah.
They will
Especially if
be-
you have burek.
Yeah. There are,
Especially if you have
I
some
will be
burek.
nice to you if you have
still-
break in
Yeah,
your
yeah,
hand. Like,
there are still a few cases, where we see them being aggressive and stuff, but it's not sort of what it's like before. Are you a dog lover?
I love dogs.
Yeah.
Love dogs and cats.
Do you have one?
I do not.
Would you
not
like
yet.
one?
I would like so many, but pet ownership is a responsibility, and time is at
yes,
a
actually,
premium.
this is very
Yeah,
important.
it's true.
Like, you really need to be ready
Yes.
to have a dog or cat, not just because you've seen it in the movies. Like, a happy family must have a dog or cat. No, not
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, you
It's-
really
and
have
you-
to be ready.
Yes, it's a lot of work. It's
Too much work.
Yes, yeah. Tell me about it. I mean, it's like having another kid. Sometimes. Okay, my cat and my small dog are very easy to look after. The big dog is a challenge.
Big dog, big problem.
Big dogs. So I wanted to ask as well. We're going to talk briefly about the elections as well, which are taking place tomorrow. I'm voting because I am now a citizen. Neither of you are. Is voting something you'd like to do one day?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, good, you went first. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Definitely.
Why?
Definitely. Because I feel like I have right to choose my future. I have to be part of it. Like, I live in Albania. I am not a citizen. I understand that one. I don't have right to vote in Albania, but everyone who has the possibility must
Yes.
go and
Yes.
vote and say democracy.
What about in the local elections? So some countries in Europe, if you're a resident, you're allowed to vote in the local elections. And I think this is fair. I think if you're living somewhere, you have a residence permit, you're paying taxes, definitely you should have a right, definitely at a local level at least, to vote. What do you think? Is this something
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, like, I mean, I am not voting in Turkey for the local elections because I'm not living there.
No.
I vote just for the parliamentary and the presidential election. But I live here. I should have right to say.
Yes.
But of course, if I have the permanent residency.
Yes, yeah. There
Not
has
just
to
like,
be-
I came last year.
I'm
and
a
now,
digital
like,
nomad. I'm here for a
right,
year.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that especially if you're voting on something that's going to impact your livelihood directly, living in Albania full time, I think it's important to be able to at least exercise that ability
Yeah.
to tell the government what is important to you so that you can continue to thrive where you live.
Have you followed any of the electoral campaign at all on TV in passing, hearing people talk about it?
I mean, being a foreigner, coming from the U.S., I'm probably the least political person ever. So while I follow it loosely, it's not something that I've spent a lot of time focusing on. I know it's very important to Albanians, and I have a lot of friends that are very animated in their political discussions.
This is what I was going to ask you. How do you see the political climate, like socially, compared to the US? When people discuss, how they discuss, the language they use, the passion behind it. What do you see? How do you perceive Albanians
The polarization now or in the past?
now? That's a whole different podcast,
I think that I find that my Albanian friends are very passionate about their politics. And I think it's something that local Albanians rally around, and it gives them a community to belong to. And I think they're very passionate about that. And I understand it from that perspective. In the U.S., it appears to be moving that direction with high polarization. I don't think it brings people together around the community as much as it does here in Albania.
Oh, interesting.
So, but as far as myself, I'm not really involved.
You're
I don't
not ready
dip my
for-
foot in it.
I'll give you another year or
yeah,
so,
yeah.
for you. Emre, what are your thoughts on the political climate here and the campaign? Have you watched any of it? Have you followed any of it?
It seems very quiet. Or is it to me? I
they're
don't
all
know.
they're all in prison.
I mean, sorry. The very similar things are happening in Turkey, but you know, the Albanian politics compared to Turkish politics is very quiet.
Yes.
It's just like,
I think it's the first time I've heard anyone ever describe Albanian politics as quiet. I mean, I'm comparing it to British politics, where we're all like, oh yes, we don't like that. No, very sort of.
I mean, you can cut it off if this part is not proper, but I don't see other side. I see just one side, like talking mostly.
Yeah, it's correct.
like-
We have one side, and then we have a very fragmented opposition, which is very divided.
So like very
has a lot of
strong
problems.
leadership and very quiet. Maybe the opposition. I don't know if maybe because I'm foreigner, just I don't hear that much.
Yeah.
But what I seen it is like that.